Yo, what up guys? So today we're going to be doing a little bit different of a video. We're going to be breaking down how ZEN broke the 2v2 MMR record, as you guys can see by the title. So yeah, these are some of his most recent games where he actually broke the record. And as you can see, he's coming up against Dark. And I kind of wanted to see how he does it, right? So right off the rip, he gets a kickoff goal. Pretty fortunate. What happened from the other team? The other team, it's like... I'm not sure who this player is. I obviously know who Dark is. Oh, he cheats up really close, goes over his head. He backs up and then tries to pick up a penny and ZEN just shoots it. So they go up 1-0. But yeah, for those that don't know, ZEN broke the MMR2's record at 23-6 or 23, I think 70 something. Which before that, I believe the record was LJ like seasons ago, or before that it was Monkey Moon. And people never thought this would be, you know, you could end up hitting 2600 MMR, which he ends up obviously doing. But for those that don't know, in this video, I kind of want to talk about ZEN, like as a player, how he gets to this level to like be able to accomplish this MMR. And also, I kind of want to talk about their team, right? Because obviously, a lot of us know they aren't doing the best as a team right now. But let's see what happens here. What does ZEN do? ZEN tries to catch it. Opponent makes this Frexlin guy makes a really good challenge. Instead, his teammate doesn't challenge there when he had a free beat. And now his teammate's in a 1v2. So yeah, ZEN did get early child, but also at the same time, his teammate left himself in a position like this. So yeah, because his teammate doesn't go, honestly does end up being a goal. ZEN does get his challenge called early there though, but yeah, other than that. But yeah, so we are going to watch this game right here and then another game versus another pro player named Oski. I'm not sure if people consider Dark a pro or not. Yeah, so... I do know Dark's obviously insanely mechanical. Okay, holy crap. Okay, then he goes for the pogo. So right off this play right here, he knows he's getting challenged. He instantly jumps into it with a, I think it's called a MacTuff or MockTuff. I always pronounce it wrong. Gets into it and then tries to recover with a pogo to hit over the next guy. Fender does a good job of recognizing, though, that he can't get it over him. He knows his only option, since the flip reset's too low, that he has to go for the pogo. But yeah, so... I think a big reason why ZEN grinded this high up to get here is, well, because of, that's going to lead to another goal. Every time I try to talk, something happens. I feel like ZEN kind of trolled this. ZEN goes high, gets a nice chow. His teammate thinks he's going to hit it. ZEN doesn't, and now his teammate backed off, and it leads to a double commit. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say ZEN does everything right, because he does make mistakes, but that's the impressive part, because as you can see, he's solo queuing. And solo queuing is very hard to win. You guys probably watch pros complain all the time on stream about their teammate, this and that, or any other streamer, or even you guys probably know how it is. Because some games you get paired with people that you're like, ugh, right? They have terrible games. But yeah, I think what makes ZEN so damn good, if you guys want the truth, is this is kind of underlooked at, in my opinion. It's the good players. The reason they're so good is because every time they touch the ball, for the most part, they can do exactly what they want. Please don't lead to a goal there. Okay, good. I was gonna say. But yeah, people always are like, oh, dude, he can flip reset every time. He can do this every time. Guys, I'll tell you right now, the best players in the world, what makes them so good is their first touches. It's like every time they're about to go for a play, they get a beautiful first touch to set themselves up for something like that. So if you guys are trying to take into your game, like, stuff that ZEN does, look at, like, his reps, like, he definitely puts in the time to get these insane first touches to set himself up for it. Dude, I mean, nowadays you have GCs that can go for flip resets. It's more so the attempt to set themselves up for that attempt, right? That is the impressive part. I think it's a combination of everything, though. We obviously know ZEN won a world championship, won 3 regionals in a row last season, wins a Boston major, and then wins world championship with Farah and, not Farah, but, yeah, Farah as their coach, Alpha, and then Radisson. But yeah, I think it's a combination of literally him being so clean at literally everything. Like, for another example, if you look at his recoveries, he has no boost. And you guys know how hard this is to do. When you have no boost, to pick up instant momentum, it's damn near impossible. But he's good at literally every aspect of the game. That's a good shutdown challenge right there for his teammate. Is that going to lead to a goal? No, it doesn't. Yeah, it does. It does end up leading to a goal. So ZEN knows Dark's going to go high. He instantly challenges before Dark can even get to the ceiling with it. ZEN's already on it. He's really good at recognizing the play very quick. And it makes the game extremely easy. Like, I'll tell you guys right now, like, I never have played a 2s game with ZEN because he's obviously European ping. Also, his MMR now is just way up there. But when you play with players like, I don't know, Daniel, First Killer, Beast Mode, North America, they make the game extremely easy for you. And that's exactly what ZEN does, but probably, you know, a lot of would say at even a higher level at times, right? Because how good he is. But yeah, he's really good at like bailing his teammates out. He's really good at fake challenging when he knows he's beat. Like right there, average person probably jumps for that and tries to contest that. He knows the defender's just going to give it away. He takes his time, goes high. Again, look at this instant nice setup. Always puts himself in a situation where he can try to get it around the guy. So instead of using his reset instantly, he just plays the 50 and then tries to dunk the next guy. You know, I think a lot about Rocket League is like thinking about the next play after the initial play. And that's what makes him so good. Even the best players in the world, they're always thinking about like 2 plays ahead. Like, where can I be to be most effective in this situation, in that situation, right? But yeah. I think, I do overall, though, think it's a combination of, it's his mechanics being able to do everything he wants to do at the right time. And it's also a mixture of being able to do, using his brain every single time at a super high level, right? Because you always see super mechanical players. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but Dark, obviously Dark's very good, very mechanical. But some might even argue Dark's more mechanical than ZEN, right? But at the end of the day, it's like being smart in this game, in my opinion, is about 70% of it. Being mechanical is about 30%, because, dude, you guys know this. If you're a grand champ or even champ, right? You have buddies that can flip reset every time and make these insane plays. But they have no damn brain, right? It's like they go up in the air, they're never doing constantly the right play at the right time. They're always trying to go for some mechanical play. Well, on the other hand, it's like ZEN plays a smart play and then uses his mechanics to the ability, right? And I think that's like a big reason why he's so effective and can get this MMR solo queuing, right? And these guys do queue up with people at times, but dude, I looked at a lot of his recent game guys on ranked ball chasing, where you can like see who they've played and stuff, and he just solo queues this whole time. So he's pretty much getting anyone on his teammate and winning every single lobby. You know, that's very impressive. But yeah, this game, there's about 20 seconds left, about to go to overtime, it looks like. I can't remember if this game goes to overtime. I honestly saved like 2 of the most recent games where he broke the MMR record. I was like, oh, let's just talk about it. Also, if you guys want to see more stuff like this, where I talk about a certain player, like, dude, we can see like who's the smartest player in Rocket League and break down like Monkey Moon, for example, or someone very smart and consistent as well. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a different series like this, because I know a lot of my YouTube's been straight up just reaction videos, because the watch parties have been doing incredible. If you guys don't know, broke our all-time view record the other day. We've been getting like a couple thousand, like we had 6,000 views the other day on a live stream, which is unbelievable, man. So we've been watching all these teams play, but yeah, we're gonna watch ZEN play. We're gonna talk more about Vitality after this. ZEN hits a flip reset to win it. Let's see how this breaks down. ZEN knows there's a... Oh. See, this is one of those things where he's just smarter than... This is just where smarts comes out. So right off the kickoff, they fake it. ZEN hits it to the side. He knows Dark's going to fly at it. So he just fakes it, plays the low 50, gets it under him. Now Dark's out of the play, gets a nice recovery, takes advantage of the 1v1, and just flip resets over the last guy. It's a very good play, and just like that, that's probably like a +7 MMR, when in reality it should be like an 11 or something. But when you're that high up, he might even be getting less than that. It might be like 5 a game. But let's jump into the next game. We'll talk about Vitality and where they're kind of at as a team and so on, right? All right, so our next game here, he's going up against a pro player named Oski. They just finished top 4 in the regional, actually. So again, he gets a guy named Cookie on his team and against a guy named Velocity. I don't know who these guys are, as I don't really know the EU scene super in depth, but I'm pretty sure this is a high scoring game if I do remember correctly. So we'll kind of get to see the good and bads that these players are doing. But yeah, again, ZEN solo queuing. He's the highest player in the lobby, MMR, obviously. So that means he's getting the lowest person on his team, MMR-wise. So he's going against 2 people that are paired up higher out of average. You know what I mean? So Oski probably does have a better teammate, because his teammate's going to be a higher up MMR. So yeah, the way, I mean, that was a bad play by Oski, but hey, man, they take advantage of it. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm kind of curious what your guys' thoughts are on Vitality recent, because they played the first regional. They got a top 4 where they got dominated. Not dominated. Actually, it was one of my favorite series of all time. I'm thinking a little ahead. They played Gentlemates, where they should have made the grand final. They took the lead in game 7, and they give up a last-second goal, and then by a kickoff goal to tie it up. It goes far down. If you guys watched it, you know what I'm talking about. But so they end up getting top 4 in the first regional, and then this previous regional, this previous weekend, guys, a couple days ago, they ended up playing Carmine Corp because they went to round 5 in Swiss, meaning they didn't have a good seed because they didn't go 3-0 like all the top like BDS and those teams, right? And Carmine Corp. So I'm kind of curious what your guys' thoughts are on Vitality, because they ended up playing a couple days ago Carmine Corp, and guys, I'm not even kidding you, it was a slaughter fest. They ended up losing every game. It was like one game was like 6-2, next game was like 7-2, then it was like a 1-goal game, then it was like a 4-goal game. It was unreal, man. There was a lot of individual mistakes coming out from Vitality. And you know ZEN's probably playing pretty good, right? I mean, look at these touches, and his ability is obviously top-notch, S-tier, top 3 player in the game probably still right now, easily. But it's funny because when a team starts doing bad, players start thinking different. I've already heard people saying, like, did ZEN kind of drop off already? He's not the same player as last time. Dude, well, they got top 8 in their first region, or top 4 in their first regional, and this dude ends up breaking the MMR record by solo queuing. He's grinding hours and hours and hours off stream. And then they go play this next regional, and they get up paired against Carmine Corp in top 8 and just get dominated. Now, Carmine Corp, I think it's a mix of them being that good. Now, obviously, I think it's a mixture of Vitality looks terrible as a team, right? And not terrible might even, you know what I mean? I don't know, guys, but when you just come off a world championship and you give up 6-8 goal games and you're losing that bad in 3v3s, that's unheard of. Like, that's insane to think about, right? You know, especially a team of that caliber. Now, I don't know if you guys watched, but a lot of them were making some mistakes. I think Radisson was making a little bit more than the others. I think Alpha didn't really shine that much as well, and ZEN wasn't really like, ZEN scored a couple decent goals, but nothing crazy, honestly. It was like they were all very quiet. But yeah, it's kind of curious because now it's starting to get to the point where people are like, whoa, what if they don't make the major, right? This is something to think about. But yeah, I think it's interesting to see where ZEN goes as a player. I remember Squishy said on his stream, this is like I think like 2 months ago or so, I was watching, and he's like, if I was ZEN, I would be already trying to join like Monkey Moon or Vatira, or or trying to recruit one of those guys, But at the same time, those orgs know how valuable those guys are, and they're not just gonna let somebody go of that caliber like easy. They probably have a massive buyout where it's just the org wouldn't even want to consider it, right? They don't know if it's that worth it. But yeah, man, it's kind of interesting to think about, because like if they don't make the major, imagine going from the world championship to, because guys, right now I'm pretty sure they're tied for 5th place in standings, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they have to get like a top 4 in this last regional. And let's say they have a rough Swiss, right? Let's say they go 3-1, and another team, like let's say BDS kind of struggles and they get paired up against them in top 8. Well, BDS have been absolutely incredible recently, and they look like the 2nd best team in Europe behind Carmine Corp, obviously, right? We just saw them lose in the grand final in Game 7 overtime. It was a great series. So yeah, it starts to have you thinking about okay, I was gonna say, is he gonna get that around that guy? But it starts to make you think, like, where does this team go after this? Because obviously ZEN is rated S-tier player still, and yeah. So I'm curious if they like really consider making a change. Now, if you guys don't remember, Vitality in the offseason even, sorry, I'm just kind of ranting, right? Game 1, we kind of talked about ZEN and his MMR breaking the record and what makes him so good. This game, we're kind of just ranting. I mean, that's a great play, right? Let's watch this real quick. ZEN hits it to the sidewall, goes up, has space, no defender challenging because that velocity guy goes for boost. Now he recognizes the challenge, instantly hits it over, and plays a low 50. It's a great play. He knows Oski's in a terrible situation. But yeah, if you guys like these type of videos where kind of rant about the player and the team and like where I see them in my perspective and maybe others' perspectives, because I am friends with still a lot of pros, right? That's kind of like my, because I used to compete years ago, so it's fun like seeing these players and how much the game's advanced and stuff, right? And like giving your opinions on it. But yeah, I think it's interesting because this offseason, for those that don't know, they signed Alpha and ZEN, I think, to like a 3-year contract extension, and Radisson got signed to like I think it was like a 1 or 2 year. I don't know. It was something. It was less than his teammates though. So that's already kind of interesting. That's a great play by Velocity. It's interesting to think about because whenever teams, like for example, Gen G, for if you want to compare it to North America, they signed First Killer this offseason, and those guys have just been getting dominated to G2. And it's almost like this team getting dominated to Carmine Corp Vitality, you know? And it's like, those players, guys, are so good where if... Uh-oh, Zen's in a terrible spot here. He's probably getting scored on. Yeah. His teammate dove way too quick. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, when things aren't going well, when you have these high expectations of winning everything, teams already start thinking of changes quick, man. So even if you could win a world championship, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're already thinking about players they can get if they don't make the major, right? I would not be surprised. Maybe they have a strong mental and they're like, hey, it was a bad split, we'll go next. Oh, what a save, guys. Holy cow. Zen's teammates leaving him in terrible spots. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but that could have been easily a goal. But that's what, again, why he can get the break the world record MMR solo queuing. No way. Oh my gosh. I didn't think he was going to get that. What happened? He makes an insane save. Oski commits to the corner. He booms it. He thinks his teammate's going to get a demo. Oski makes a bad play going for boost there, and it's an open net. Just like that, Zen wins. How many points did he drop? He dropped 1,100 points. Oski dropped 1,000. So that's just a masterclass between those guys. Hey, but if you guys enjoy these type of videos, please drop a thumbs up. Drop a comment if you want me to drop another player's POV and like maybe, you know, like Monkey Moon, how he's the smartest player in the world. Because I think Monkey Moon honestly is. But there's a lot of topics we could do. Hell, we could even do Dark, one of the most mechanical players or anybody. I've seen a lot of people doing other series on players and stuff. And I was like, dude, we have a lot of, you know, background being a pro and stuff, and we know about the game a lot. So if you guys want me to, it'd be appreciated to drop a comment. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video, and have a nice day. See you guys.